Redditors who own multiple pets, what's the drama going on amongst them right now? I bought a clone fish for my tank recently. My neon gubby has been hiding in the rocks ever since. I think he feels like a stranger in his own home now. My mom's 10-year-old cat is staying with us for a few days. Our golden retriever loves cats but has never spent a ton of time around them until now. He is absolutely enchanted by her. He follows her around all day so he can watch her do cat things, like scratch a scratching post, or tinkle in a box, or roll around in catnip. He keeps trying to roll around in catnip himself and is newly confused every time something magical doesn't happen to him. She is unimpressed by her big new friend, but we can tell she secretly likes him. We're currently pet sitting a friend's tortoise while their family is on vacation. We took the tortoise out to walk in the grass while we were doing yard work, and our dog decided to take on the role of nanny and follow it around, barking at the cats when they came too close. My kitten is stealing food from my older cat's bowl, so the older cat sticks out her paw and trips the kitten whenever she walks past. My fish mind their own business mostly, but a few weeks ago, one of the tetras I had for quite a long time started dying. The first sign of impending death in a fish is the swim bladder failing, so they swim sideways, upside down, or just stop moving and then suddenly jerk. After living peacefully in harmony for as long as I had kept them together, one of my angelfish took this opportunity to eat one of the tetra's eyeballs. The other angelfish started picking at it too while it was suffering. I just killed the fish myself to put it out of its misery rather than getting eaten alive. Brutal. My cat is pretty old now, so eats small portions of her meals over several hours. My dog has started sneaking into the kitchen and eating her meal before she's done. She then comes back and sees that her food has been eaten and so meows incessantly until someone in the house gives her more food. Whenever she sees my dog, they have a standoff where she snarls at my dog, so we'll catch them in a few dollars more style stare off many times during the day. She also goes and makes it a point to drink my dog's water instead of her own in retaliation. Well, for a long time, 7 years this year, Dusty ate on the right and Misty ate on the left, side by side. Then one day earlier this year, Dusty decides she doesn't want to be a right eater anymore, so she has now unilaterally moved over to the left. This has completely puzzled Misty, who doesn't understand at all why things have changed, and will now sit there to the left of the bowl watching Dusty eat for a minute before realizing she has to go around to the right. Now the bowls are the same, the food hasn't changed. Dusty just decided the right side wasn't for her anymore and now she wants to be a left-sided eater, and Misty just has to deal with it. Cats, I don't know. We are currently integrating an adult and fat rat with 3 younger ones. He's not aggressive unless they climb into his enclosure, particularly his felt cube. Nothing worrisome though, however he's tired of the younger ones smacking him in the face and darting away because he's too fat and slow to catch them. Rats can die of loneliness and depression, so it's important for them to have buddies. The girl ferret taught the boy ferrets how to get into the closet, because she likes to feel smart and thinks she won't get in trouble if it's the boys doing it. I also caught her teaching the boys how to unzip the cushions on the couch in their room to hide inside. She is too much sometimes, the sneaky scoundrel. I have a cat and a dog. We are currently living in a 2-bedroom apartment since we just relocated while we wait to move into our house. Cat and dog are both unhappy with the lack of space, but dog has it slightly better because he gets to travel 16 floors down the elevator to take a walk around the city twice a day. However, dog is now bearing a noticeable grudge against cat since we've started taking cat up and down the corridors for daily walks. He hears the clink of the leash as we put it on cat and comes running, ready for another walkie. The look of confusion and betrayal in his eyes is harsh. His usual level of token harassment of cat to be expected in any cat-dog relationship has definitely increased. Not right now, but I grew up with possibly the only lazy Australian shepherd on the planet, Ruby. When she was 10 we adopted a second Aussie, Katie. Katie was a sweetheart who wanted to play catch all day. Ruby was a grump who wanted to catch Katie's ball and sit on it. Ruby was always a bit of a chonker, but her drive to ruin Katie's fun was so strong she lost weight running to steal her ball. Left the cockatiels with the neighbor when I went away for a week. Neighbor did a great job, but I'm not sure they got as much human interaction as they usually do. Got home and bird 1 now sounds exactly like bird 2. I'm assuming bird 2 was bored and spent the week talking his brother's ear holes off. Few duets of peekaboo and maniacal laughter. It's cute, but it's loud, and it weirds me out not being able to tell them apart by sound. Cat got a good whack on the dog's nose today. Can't really fault the cat. She made it very clear she wanted to be left alone. Dog didn't get the message until it was too late. Message received, at least for a little while. Doggo will try and make friends again soon. My dog keeps crying at my pet mice. She'd do it for hours if I'll let her, but I'm not gonna have her stressing them out. As for the mice, one cries whenever the other sniffs her, but she also cries when she can't open seeds fast enough to eat them. Plump as can be, and no injuries. She's getting better at not squeaking at everything. I think she's just anxious. Anniversary is coming up next week, so wife thought it would be a good idea to get collars for our cats. The oldest cat keeps biting at everyone's collars now because he used to be the only one that had a collar. But his son seems to get it the worst because they both have bow ties and he doesn't like his son to shine. My dog is whining and being generally annoying because he heard another dog outside and wants to go out now. My cat follows him around and reaches up to smack him in the face from time to time as if to reprimand him for being annoying. Our 80-pound pupper has entered his rebellious phase and is being an overall jackass with the hardest noggin for ramming people. The 10-pound floofball has an inferiority complex and decided this was the month she didn't feel like getting along with her slightly younger, much bigger brother, but maybe next week she'll think about it. The oldest, overweight male is just a dachshund, aka asshole. If all is calm in the house, he has to pee on the human bed that the big dog sleeps in, pissing off 4 adults and a giant dog in one instant. The little dog, not wanting to be left out, also gets pissed and then poops on the rug in her anger. Both fully potty trained, just dachshunds. Holy terrors that I love. I hate them all, but they are my smooshes and I will die for them. A year ago it was utter chaos and no one could be left alone without the Hunger Games beginning and the human left with them resenting the rest of the household. We got a kitten in January. Our older cat just about tolerates her as long as kitten minds her business and stays off our bed at night. But kitten wants to be on the bed more than anything in the world. We now have daily power struggles, races to the bed, midnight slap fights, and, occasionally, perfect harmony where they're both too tired to notice the other cat is also on the bed. Susan the ragdoll has been switched to regular feeding times rather than just being allowed to graze all day. She now follows us around the house meowing and swiping at Rupert and Chili the Spoodles if they try to interrupt her begging time. Rupert and Chili are terrified of her. They just want some pats. Susan wants them to feel her pain. My huge 15-pound tomcat gets tackled by my little chihuahua all the time. My cat has taken to just lying down and letting my chihuahua kick his ass. My cat never gets hurt, of course, but boy does it make my chihuahua think he's tough. Not really drama, but it's pretty fun to watch. I can't keep pets for various reasons, but mostly cause I travel and am living overseas ATM where they have street dogs. One was super injured and I took to caring for her. Now more of them know I give out pets and scratches and chase me down the street for them. I don't mind, but some days I have places to be and suck at turning them down. 2 alphas from 2 gangs. Yes, they have gangs. Both love to compete and button their heads in front of my hand when other one is getting some love and pets. There is also a funny one who just lies down the moment she sees me cause she wants belly rubs. It would be okay, but not in the middle of the street, girl. And then there are some teenage puppies trying to figure it out and get too playful and rough, although my original injured bitch is not bleeding anymore and getting better, but for past 3 days is not coming up happily to me when I call for her or erecting much. She is either sad or bummed by heat or sick. We'll keep an eye on her and see how it goes. My dog wants to be friends with all the cats in the worst way. They for the most part tolerate him and look at him like he's an idiot, which to be fair he often is. My youngest cat is a rescued stray, and he legitimately hated the dog at first and saw him as a true threat. He's over all that now, but just recently realized that he can puff up and hiss and aggressively approach the dog, which sends the dog falling all over himself to beat a hasty retreat. So now the cat takes great joy in chasing my 90-pound dog around and making him scrabble through the house like a little bitch, while the other 2 cats observe from on high and roll their eyes at the spectacle. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. The cats hate each other and used to scrap constantly. At my vet's recommendation, we put them on a supplement that helps calm them down a bit. It's essentially a protein powder derived from milk, which has calming properties. They hardly ever scrap anymore since they've started taking it. My 2 dogs get along well, but the younger one is in his teenage jerk phase. He has a real problem with nipping when he gets too excited. He also has the odd accident in the house. I've been using positive reinforcement to try and eliminate these behaviors, which has been showing some success, but it will still be a while until those unwanted behaviors are completely eliminated.